Hi, I'm Jodie from Gold Coast Campervan Hire, and today we're going to take you around our beautiful new van, Harmony. Harmony's a 2022 Fiat Ducato, and it's a beautiful fit out, perfect for singles, perfect for couples, and also great for families as well. So let's show you around. So to start off with, we've got our electric step, so you just press the button there for the step to come out, and we'll go in and start to have a look. All right. So Harmony comes with everything you can possibly need for your getaway. You've got a nice big 12-volt fridge, so that will run, the van will run completely off the grid. The only things that you can't really use when you're running off the grid is the air conditioner, but we'll talk about that. But everything else in the van will run for you. You've got your microwave, that will run. You've got hot and cold water, and with this one here, you've got the extension spout. Over here you've got the full set of drawers with all of your cutlery and crockery. So everything that you need is in the drawers there for you, and all your crockery, glassware, everything that you need. This one here is the little pantry. So to pull that open, you just open her up and then you can store some food supplies in there. You've got your teas and coffees. With Harmony, as I said, you've got the air conditioner. The only thing is you can't use the air conditioner if you're not plugged into mains power, but we do have the maxi vent. Just to turn it on, you just hit on the auto button, and then you've got the air in and air out feature. You can control the speed as well by just turning down the speed on here, or turn it up, and then to turn it off you just close it back down again. So that's really handy to have as well. You've also got two Sirocco fans, and the Sirocco fans, you just pull the lever, open them out, and then on the side you've got the speed control, and you can completely angle these to where you want them as well. So there's this one here, and then there's another one over the bed. You've got your reading lights for at night, and there's one on either side of the bed. And on your windows you've got the full shutter, so you can either have it down for at night time, or you can have it up with the Mozzie screen and have the window open. For all of your bigger appliances, we have them all stored here under the seat. So just pull the cushion out, lift the seat up, and under here you've got toaster, kettle, coffee machine, little rubbish bin. So everything's there for you. The TV is a Majestic Smart TV. So they run really well. You can also hotspot the TV to your phone. So if you do want to get away and watch some TV, you can watch your Netflix or whatever on there. I'll show you now the control panel. So there's quite a few things here to have a look at. We'll start at the bottom and we'll work our way up. So this one here is just the light control. So turn that on and that will initiate your lights, and turn it back off. The next one is the control panel. So the control panel here, you've got, this is to turn your hot water on. When you're on 12 volt, that will turn on, and then if you come up a little bit higher, you'll see here, this is the temperature controller for the hot water. So currently it's at 19 degrees. That will heat up as it goes. The best idea with the hot water controller is to run that whilst you're driving, so that you don't use as much power, because the heating does drain quite a bit of the solar. So the best idea is to heat your water tank up while you're driving. Okay, the next one across, this is just some extra little LED lights inside the van, and they light up over here, and you can actually change the color of those as well as if you like. They're just kind of nice mood lighting at night, which is good. Next one here is your TV, so that just simply powers on your TV, and then you can control your TV. This one here, you can't see it at the moment, but this is a set of lights outside the van, so when you come back to the van at night you've got lights. And this one here is a LED strip that sits underneath the outside step, so that you can see where the step is. And this is your water pump here to turn the water pump on or off. While you're using the van, it's a good idea just to leave that on as long as there's water in the tank. And coming up to the top, now we're talking about water. This is the water tank gauge. So when you press the gauge here, you can see we're about 3/4 on fresh water On this side is the fresh water, and on this side is the grey water. So you just check your water levels on there. The next one here, which is really important, is your solar controller. So this is your Victron solar controller. You want to keep this always, you know, not getting any lower than say 50%. If it does get lower than 50%, the van will recharge 3 different ways. So it will recharge from the solar, it will recharge from driving the van, or plugging it into mains power. The van will run itself completely just off solar, but if you had some really big, you know, long overcast days, you might want to just run the motor just to top up the charge if you're not plugged into mains. But as long as you don't overuse the power, then your solar will run fine. So still talking about power, we'll come up to the next one. This is your inverter. Really important that you remember always, once you turn it on, it'll power up here, and you'll actually hear the microwave beep once you've turned that on. There you go, there was the beep. And now you can see it's charged, it's running. This powers the 240 volt inlets in the van. So if you wanted to plug the kettle in or the toaster, you can turn that inverter on and now use the power. You just must use it sparingly, because if you overuse it, you will run out of power because it does drain a lot. Now in here is also an induction hot plate. So you can plug your induction hot plate in, set that up outside or set it up on the bench here, just for only boiling water and stuff inside. There's no cooking inside the vans. But that way then you can just boil the kettle, or you can use the coffee machine, as long as you've got that inverter turned on. The most important thing to remember is you must turn the inverter back off when you're finished with it. So say you wanted to use the microwave, you turn the inverter on, use the microwave, and then come back and always remember to turn the power off. And hold the button down and turn it off. Otherwise, if you leave it on standby mode, it'll continue draining power. This is your dining area, but this dining table also converts to the bed, the single bed. So to do that, basically what you're going to do is pull the table out, lift the timber off the table, just put that to the side, and then you'll see down here you've got the timber rail, and the tabletop is going to sit onto that timber rail. So you just rest that in position, like so. And then what you do is you take out these back, the little cushions, and the little cushions fit into place there to make up your single bed. And that makes up your single bed. So it's suitable for 2 little kids or another adult. So if you've got a few of you going away, you can always put somebody else in the extra bed. There's plenty of storage space in Harmony. You've got full storage under this bed here. You've got a heap of storage up the top there. That's a really good storage cupboard up there. Heaps of space to put things in. Oops. You've got all of the storage cupboards along the top here that go all the way along. And under here, you've got a full storage compartment in there as well. And you can put heaps of stuff in there, or you can even carry your surfboard in there as well. The van comes with a full set of screens, and this makes a big difference from when you're away and you want to stop those midges getting in. And then I'll also show you how you open the windows. So we're going to show you now the windows. So as I was saying, the windows can be either screen up like that for mozzies, or you can have screen down for block out. If you're wanting to open the windows, what you need to do is just bring your screens down, and you'll see here you've got 4 different latches. So you need to open those latches by pressing the button in and turning the latch. So do that on all 4 sides. And then these windows work on like, you know, you bring it out. Oh, that's a nice airflow through there. And then you've got to kind of do this a few times for it to catch. And there you go. You've got your open window, and then you can just bring that up, and now you've got your mozzie screen for your window. When you bring your window back down, just make sure on this one that you bring it all the way to the inside, because you can latch it just at that one there, and that just leaves a little bit of airflow. But to latch it properly for driving, you need to make sure the latch comes right over and latches on that side. And do that on all four sides. Also has a fourth seat that's positioned in the back here that can be attached, so that if you're taking an extra passenger with you, so you've got 3 up the front and you can have 1 in the back here. And this is a fully compliant seat when it's buckled down, and you've got your seat belt. If you're plugged into mains power, you can have the hot water running all the time. That way then it doesn't drain any of your solar. The isolator switch for the hot water is just behind here. So when you're plugged into mains power, you just need to switch the hot water on or off from here. One of my favourite things with Harmony is the back. So have a look at this. You open up your door. Now these doors will actually come all the way back, which is really handy because they come right out of the way. So you can fold that right back. Open this one up. But check this out. So you just push the latch there and then pull out your bench seat, and you have a bench seat on either side. And then if you want to set up for dinner outside, all you do is bring out your outdoor table. So now you've got your outside dining. And what's really cool with the outside is that if you're out here at night, you've actually got a switch here which will turn on a set of lights out the back for you for night time. Now also in the back, I'll just close those drawers. You've got all of your, you've got camp table, and normally the camp chairs are in there, or they'll be under the bed. And then here you've got your power lead, your muck mat, some little LED lights for at night. You've got a toolbox and pegs when you're putting up the awning. And you've also got a hose for if you need to refill the water tanks. When you close the doors, you just got to make sure you close them the right way. Door closes first, and then that door. We're going to show you now the power and water, but I just want to show you on the key ring. This one here is an Apple AirTag, so if you get lost, make sure you ring us because we can help you find your keys. This is the lock of the van, unlock, and the rear doors, and then pop your key out. But also on the key ring, you've got 2 more keys here. This one here is the black key, does the water tank, and the silver one is to get into the outdoor shower. So we'll show you those. So here's your water. And you will have noticed under the bed we had that hose. So you can just bring your tank out, put your hose in there and fill your water tank. Once the tank's full, there's an overflow valve at the bottom, and you'll start to see water come out the bottom, and you'll know your tank's full. And just make sure you lock that when you put it back again. The next one is your shower. Now the shower has a full King's shower awning. So to use that, you just unzip the awning and open the awning out, which we'll show you in a moment. So you've got some privacy to shower. But to access your shower, just the key in here. Now this switch here turns on a little light at the top. Bring your shower out, turn your hot and cold water on, and then there you've got your outdoor shower, and then you can have that hanging inside the awning so that you've got a bit of privacy as well. So that's your outdoor shower. You can control the pressure through this switch on the top here, and then make sure you remember always to turn the taps back off again. Just drain out any excess water before you put the hose back away. So the hose just feeds back inside there and locks off. turn your switch off and close the shower. To show you the awning, it's pretty simple to use. You just unzip it here, like so, and then open it up. It will roll all the way out. You've got some pegs at the back of the van. So once you've unrolled the awning, then you just bring one arm out on that side, bring the other arm out on this side, and then you can use your pegs to peg these down. So you just peg both of those down to the bottom. It's a bit windy today. And then to access the awning, you've got a zipper on that side there. So once the shower's all pegged down and ready, you can just open that up and go in, and you've got complete privacy to have your shower inside, which is great. 40 inlet, so if you're using the mains power, to use these, just press it down to open it up, and then you'll just plug that mains power lead in there, and then the other end of the lead into the caravan power point. Now, the van also has a safety switch, so if for any reason the power doesn't come on, if you just have a look up here, you've got a full Clipsal safety switch there as well. How to put the awning out. So the pole for the awning is in the back here. So just open up your back doors and the awning pole lives here. And just bring that around. Now, you can do the awning on your own, but it is actually easier to do it with two people. But I'm going to show you now how you do it. So the hook here just goes into the receiving hook up the top there. And then if you've got your helper with you, what you do is you start to wind out, and you're going to bring it out, and all your helper's doing really is just helping support the weight as the awning comes out. So it's really easy. Roll it out to about that point there. Then underneath here, this is the bit that you've got to watch. When you're bringing this leg out, you must make sure that it pops out of that receiver there. So when you bring it out, you've got to make sure it comes out of that receiver like that, and then bring the leg down. In the back of the van, there was some pegs. So you just peg the awning down there and then set the height by locking off that locking nut there. Okay? And then you would peg that down. Then you come to the other side, and again, your helper's holding it there. So you just basically pull that out, make sure that it pops out from that side, bring it down, release the lock, peg it down at the bottom, set it to the height that you want, and lock it back off again there. Now, you must remember these awnings are designed for sunshade. They're not designed for wind or rain. You mustn't leave them up in the strong winds, and you mustn't leave them up in the rain. So to bring it back down again, easier if you've got your helper. So you just release the nut there, like so, and then bring that leg back up to there. You've got to have long arms here. Tighten that nut back off. Then bring your pole up, and again, making sure it goes back in and it clicks in to the receiving channel there, just like so. Come to the other end. Again, release your nut there, bring the leg up, do that nut back off, and again, making sure that you bring that around and it receives back in and it clicks back in both places. Once that's back in, then it's just a matter of rolling it back up. Super easy. And then your helper can let go, and you can bring that up the rest of the way by itself. It'll click back in place, and then all you do is take the pole out and put that back in the back of the van.